Good morning everyone, this is Simply Simming here. So this is yet another budget build. This one I'm doing with 35,000 simoleons, as that title screen just stated. I had a little bit of fun building this one. I wanted it to be kind of a platformed house, and I wanted it to be risen up a little bit. So it was very unique building this house, and it does have a little bit of a balcony, well, not balcony, a deck area to it, which I thought was really interesting because for $35,000, this house looks like I spent a lot more on it, in my opinion. I did use a couple cheats. I used the move objects on cheats, and then I used the buy debug cheat, which, and for those of you who do not know how to use that cheat, you basically type in testing cheats enabled, all one word, space, and then true, and then type in buy debug, all one word again, on. And basically it allows you to buy to get spawners, to get a different mailbox, and to delete, well, not to delete, just to get a bunch of different objects that you wouldn't be able to buy normally. So this house actually does have a wraparound porch, semi-wraparound porch. It doesn't go around the entire building, but it's definitely there. It is, like I said, a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house. And the bedrooms are pretty similar in size. I did use the move objects on sheet to get the doors to go the way I want them to, but other than that, it is very simply made. So, sorry, I actually have a cold right now, which stinks. So I was originally thinking about putting a half wall up. I decided not to, and this fence actually does get deleted because it doesn't match the stairs I eventually put on the house, which I did not realize was going to stand out that much originally, so that gets deleted later on in the video. This house has a really nice yard for its size, which I'm actually currently doing right now. I decided to fence in part of the yard and not the entire yard. I cannot speak today worth anything. I literally woke up this morning and thought it was Monday. I'm horrible. I'm horrible with days. It does have a garage. It has a 1-car garage. And right now I'm just trying to figure out where to put the garage. I was originally going to put it up against the side of the house here. I decided not to because it was just so hard to do. In this portion here, I'm using the constrained floor elevation cheat, which basically allows you to make split level homes, which is typically not what I prefer to do, but I just deleted this in the end. I did not like the way it came out at all. So right now I'm just trying to figure out if I wanted to keep it or not, and like you can see I'm deleting all of it and turning the sheets off. So I decided to put the garage towards the back of this lot here. Well, not really for any particular reason, I just decided it looked really cool there. I did end up moving it out a little bit and making it larger at some point because the car lot did not fit there. The one thing that took me a while to figure out in this house was the roof. Because of the way this house is shaped, I couldn't get the roof to come out the way I wanted it, and in the end I don't want to say settled for, but, and as you can see right here, I'm using move objects on sheet to get the door up on that angle, because, well, it's where it belongs. So that's where the doors look now, and it actually looks really cool, and I like it because it kind of, all the doors are in that one single area. Plus that area in the corner and where the door was originally placed is the kitchen. I didn't want to put anything else in there besides the kitchen. So I went with the light wood flooring on the interior just because, well, it was free and I loved the way it looked, and it looks so cool with the doors. And then just plain carpeting in the bedrooms. And I did a silver tile in the bathroom, this like greenish silver color. I don't know what to call it, but it looked cool, so oh well. And I think it was only like $7 a tile. So originally I was going to put these round windows in there. I decided to just go with these square or rectangular windows up on top. This house actually does have a lot of windows considering the size and the budget I was working on. So I actually manually changed the time of day to night just to see how the windows would look in the nighttime, to see how much sun they would let in. So there's only two types of windows here. These simple windows and then a full pane window, which I used on the angles because it lets in light and it just makes the house feel so much more open than what it actually is. So I'm trying to figure out the door I wanted. I went with just a glass door and more panes, full glass pane windows in the front of the house to open the house up even more. The weird thing that I've realized while doing these videos is the more windows you have, the bigger the house feels. So as you can see, I'm starting to figure out what roof I wanted it to have. I really didn't like the way those looked. I was trying just to find something that looked decent and that didn't look like it just got pieced together for whatever reason. In the end, that's the way it ended up coming out, and I deleted that roof in the end to go with just a pitched roof. So here in the kitchen, a very simple kitchen. I didn't want to put too much in it. I didn't want to take too much away from it. So as you can see, I deleted spots for the stove and the refrigerator. And I went with a higher end stove because, well, you have $35,000, why not? And I went with a square sink to give it kind of a rustic, modern feel to it. And there is a overhanging dish rack, as well as just some regular cabinets inside this house. I ended up deleting that window in the end. I didn't like it, and it just blocked the cabinet, so I deleted it to put more cabinet space. Because you can never have too many cabinets in a house. And with the size of this kitchen, I figured it was best to have a couple extra cabinets to be on the safe side with. Again, you have a simple phone there as well as a basic microwave. And I decided to put the dining room in this little area here. It kind of felt like where it belonged. And I went with darker woods to play off of the light wood floors and the doors and just how bright and light this area is. And there's a sunflower vase in the center of the table, which I thought was really cute and just simplistic. So the next area I worked on is probably my favorite. I went with this cheetah print couch, which I thought was utterly adorable. Now, I am an animal print fanatic, so when I saw that couch, I went ballistic about it, and I think it's my new favorite couch. It doesn't have that great of ratings or anything, but it is adorable and cute. It's just a simple couch, a simple TV, nothing too fancy. But in this bedroom, this is the little boy's bedroom. Well, kid's bedroom. I made it to be a boy's bedroom. You can simply change it around just by switching out a couple items. And the weird thing is, I found this really cute green plaid bed that I liked, as you can see here. But the headboard had flowers on it, and I don't know why they would put flowers on a boy's bed, but oh well. It's just a simple dresser inside the boy's bedroom. The master bedroom has a full double bed in there, and I kind of went with the posts as well. I don't know why, but I liked the idea of having a post bed in both bedrooms in this house. And I actually switched it out for this regular sleigh bed because it just looked so much better. And there's the simple dresser. And I was trying to figure out where it would be best to put the dresser. I just left it there. Why make things more difficult than what it has to be? Inside the bathroom, I was going to put a mirror, but I decided that's where the shower is going to go, so I deleted it. So I put an alarm clock in the master bedroom, and this cute monkey clock I bought in the Sims 3 store in the boys' bathroom. I am, like I said, obsessed with animals and animal print, so when I saw the monkey clock, I had to buy it. So the bathroom is done with like reds and whites. It felt right to put it in there. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a good place to put the shower and tub, so I put it right when you walk in. That's really awkward, I know, but it's the only place that I could put it that made sense to put it. The sink, I was gonna put it up against that wall. I ended up putting it next to the shower, and the toilet goes up against that wall instead. It kind of gives you a uniformed look and just a clean, straight shot throughout everything. So I put a bookshelf there because your Sims are going to want to read, at least my Sims do want to read. And I put a bench out on the front deck here. I was considering just keeping this concrete area for the deck. I decided not to, so that gets changed. And I put a simple end table here, and it has a little flower or fern on it, as well as a light. And I absolutely love the fern that I picked. It is just this round bundle of fur. Fern, not fur. I cannot speak. So, and I just put this glowing candle ball thingy. It looked so amazing with the fern. I was gonna put 2, I decided just to put 1, so. I definitely wanted more brightness and lighting and decoration in this house. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it right off the back because I definitely wanted to make sure I had enough money to spend on everything else. And I actually found these really cool wall lights. I think the next house I'm going to build after the budget series, the next just randomized house I build, is going to be using those lights. I went with the simple lodge light though because it is simplistic. I ended up putting too many in the boys' room. You really only need 1 in the boys' room and 2 in the master. And then I put 2 ceiling lights in the bathroom. But I'm serious, I'm going to use those wall lights in one of these videos. They look amazing. I'll probably use them in like a workout room or something. I think that's more geared towards around what it is supposed to be for. And I went with these square chandelier type lights. It's expensive, but I feel like it tied the house together better. So I thought it was worth it. So I'm just trying to figure out ways I can decorate the place up a little bit to make it more livable. I'm putting some posters and pictures in the boys' room, and I got these for free off the Sims 3 store. I believe they came with like the Valentine's Day pack, the holiday pack, something like that. And they are adorable. They're just little heart pictures, and I thought it was cute. And I put a little black and white scene photos inside the master bedroom just to tie everything together. I'm trying to figure out what to put over the bookshelf right now. I ended up going with a heart hanging decoration thing. I don't really know what to call it. To tie in with the whole hearts on both sides. I thought it looked absolutely perfect. So there's a little roll of paper towels in the kitchen because you're going to need paper towels eventually. And I put a memo board up in the living room just to kind of remind your Sims of stuff they may forget over time. So I found the wall hanging I wanted, and I'm putting it up, and it looks perfect next to the hearts. So like I said, I ended up deleting the fencing for the stairs. Originally I was going to try to match it, I just decided not to. I couldn't find one that matched. Plus I liked the wood stairs I already had, so just kept the wood stairs and deleted the fencing. And honestly, it probably could have stayed, but I just didn't want to deal with the I can't even speak. The deformity and the mismatch fencing, that's one thing I can't stand, is mismatched fencing. So I'm deleting all the fencing throughout the entire house, and this probably is the thing that stank the most and sucked the most. It's because I spent all this time doing the fencing around every part of the house, and it had to get deleted. But I found the fence that actually matched the stairs. I put it in, which definitely made things interesting, because I had to make sure it was perfect with the doors and with everything. So I just redid the yard, and some of my yards actually come out better than what I think they will, so that's still a good thing. But for some reason I couldn't cross the path of the garbage pail and the mailbox again, so I just moved the garbage can behind or in between the house and the garage where it's still accessible to your Sims. I moved the mailbox to the front of the house by the deck. And I just went ahead and kind of curved the yard a little bit. And I actually did something very, very interesting with the yard, and I made this area here that I was originally going to fence off. I decided not to, but I made it into a little flower bed. So, which is very, very cute, and I love the way it came out. I just decided to stick with small, simple flowers that can basically go anywhere and thrive anywhere. And I stuck with very, very bright colors, and I made kind of like a pyramid effect. Each one had one less than the other row. So. And as you come further up towards the front of the house, the flowers actually got bigger for some odd reason, but I love the way that came out. And there's a couple trees in the yard, not too many. I didn't want it to appear overly foresty, but I definitely wanted to get the trees in there. So what I did right now is I just put the steps in the back of the yard, and I'm fixing the roof because I hate that roof. I hated that roof. So I was going to go with this pitched roof and just kind of tie it all in together. No matter what I did, I couldn't get it to turn out the way I wanted it to. So I just went with this type of house, or this type of roof, raised it up a little bit to make it more realistic, put a matching roof on the garage. All in all, I think the roofs came out pretty decent. It's still not 100% what I wanted, but it's not that bad at all. So the next thing I worked on is the driveway, and this took me a while because it's a longer driveway. I didn't realize how far up this house was built. sorry, or the driveway was built. So it definitely took me a while because I wanted to make sure it was perfectly even all along the way. So I'm doing it in steps and trying to make it even. And the driveway actually has a little bit of a slant to it, which is really interesting. And I did not notice that at first. I definitely did not know that this house had a angle to it. So the one thing I do want to mention while I'm working on the driveway is these houses will not be up in the exchange. For some reason my Sims 3 launcher isn't saving the screenshots properly. So I haven't been able to do screenshots. That's why at the end of this video you're just going to see me going through the house manually through a video. I think it might be something with my keyboard. I think I might have switched the control for capturing some of the screenshots. I'm not sure. For the time being though, I will not be posting houses to the exchange, unfortunately. Especially the budgets. I don't think that these would do well on the exchange, and it takes a while for my computer to actually process it and get it up on the exchange. So if it's a bigger house, I'll probably put it up unless you guys want these houses up. Make sure you guys let me know in the comments below, and I'll see about maybe putting them up. So as you can see, I made the house entirely green with the brick for the deck area. I wanted to keep the deck in brick. I don't know why, but I just loved the idea of having it done in this brick. And I did a dark, well not really dark, but beige-ish color in the entire house. And unfortunately for this video, for this house, I was not able to do a feature wall in the kitchen that I really would have loved to do. Just wasn't able to do it. So I was fooling around with the bathroom, trying to figure out the color I wanted. I ended up going with red. And I went with this really cool blue inside the master bedroom. And it kind of plays off the rest of the house as well. Like I said, the concrete patio deck got changed. It got changed to a pretty much similar wood to the wood used in the house itself. It's a little bit lighter actually. I think it's like a shade lighter on the outside than it is on the inside. And I kept the interior as just asphalt. I just didn't want to spend any money on the on the metal that you would use in order to go back and do the garage with. I don't want to spend money using it for that, so I just kept it as asphalt throughout the entire garage, which is one of the only things I don't necessarily agree with, but I enjoyed it. So I was trying to figure out if I wanted to trim up the entire driveway here because I made it a little too big. And going through, I had to actually do it individually and redo it over and over again. So I just decided not to worry about it too much. I trimmed it up a little bit and just left it because it didn't really hurt and it looked kind of decent as well. So in the end, I think this house turned out really well. And the last thing I really had to do was open and enlarge this driveway. Not the driveway, the garage, because the car plot did not fit in there at all. And I put this simple white garage door on because all the fixtures, the windows, the doors in the house was white already, so I figured white with white, it makes it match. So as you can see here, this car plot does not really fit in the garage, so I had to enlarge it a couple spaces. But if I enlarged it one or two, I enlarged it one. And the car plot, why do I keep saying pot? The car plot fit perfectly in there, and I was debating putting a car. I ended up having enough money to put a car in. And I originally put an more expensive car in there, so I had to erase it and start, brand new. So I put blue paneling up in the garage And I ended up having to redo the garage roof because it did not fit anymore. It was horrible. So I just redid it quickly. Doesn't cost me anything for the roof. And I was trying to figure out what else I can do to make this house bigger and more decorative and more comfortable and livable. I ended up putting a rug and a little welcome mat up by the door. Just a pop of color, pink and blue. And I put some toilet paper in the bathroom and a little space mobile in the boys' room. Mobile, not mobile. I don't know how to say that word. A tree house, a slide, a swing set. I put a sprinkler, a grill, and I just made this house incredible for kids. It may be a cheap house, but I definitely spoiled the kid or kids that will be living in this house. It definitely made it more livable, in my opinion. And I went ahead and I put a toy box in the boys' room. I know I'm talking out of order here. For some reason it's not really matching up with my speech in the video, like it never does. So I was going to put a little stuffed doll in the boys' room. I decided not to. And like I said, you can really decorate this as many different ways as you want. And there's a little grill on the deck. Just a simple grill. Didn't cost me anything. I think it was only like 150 simoleons. So it's definitely within the budget. So like I said, there's a sprinkler. Just to give all the adults something to do. All the people in this house something to do. And I went ahead and I put a sleeping bag in the boys' room. Actually, that's a tent. It comes from the Island Paradise pack. Or World, I might say. No, it's an expansion pack. The Island's Paradise expansion pack. And I've never actually used it. I think I might actually use this house and do a Let's Play. I've been trying to do a Let's Play. I haven't really figured it out yet. So, just be on the lookout for that. As you can see, I'm putting some lighting up along the fencing, especially for this porch area. I think it's very, very important to have your lighting. And I put a couple things of lighting around the flowers. I couldn't really do it all in all the fencing posts, but I definitely made it work with what I had. And I was going to do a door light or wall outdoor light, but I couldn't figure it out. So I just put these steps light, which made it actually look better in my opinion. I like them better. And they're along both doors. Well, actually I deleted those lights, but hey. They were way too expensive, and I hadn't even finished decorating the house, and I was, about 32,000. No. Actually, more than that. I was about 34,000. So I put a little bike in there for the kid, and a bike rack. So the next thing I decided to do was to kind of create this pond effect. And I was really wondering what I was going to do with this house. So I figured a pond would be a good idea, and it just kept everything simple. So right now I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to do. This is before I decided on the pond. Like I said, I'm talking way out of sync here. So right now I'm mapping out the pond, and it's not a huge pond. It's simple. I'm going to put some turtle spawner and a lizard spawner. So, in order to get those spawners, like I said, you have to type in testing cheats enabled space true, and then by debug on, all one word. By debug space on, in order to use it, and you will unlock quite a bit of stuff. And I love using the cheat, using the by debug cheat, because you can actually create it and spawn different objects in your home, and they don't really cost anything. They actually kind of do come up weird on the screen. They come up as these little circles where the that animal or object can be found. But all in all, they don't cost anything. And your Sims can collect them. Your Sims can actually collect them. So I'm trying to get lilies in there. I just water lilies in there. I end up not putting them in there. And I end up using cattails and a rock. And for this, I used the Move Objects On sheets. And I actually put a lot of cattails, a lot more than I should have. But all in all, I love it. And there's the rock I was telling you guys about. I was going to put another rock, I decided not to. I think this house actually came out really, really cool. And I was going to put water lilies originally. I didn't like the way they looked, so just deleted them. But not after trying to finish and fix it. So right now I'm just typing in testing cheats enable true, and I'm starting to kind of find the objects I want to spawn in my house. And I have no idea where my video went. But all we're going to do for the rest of this video is just go through what is inside the house and give you a sneak peek of what is in the house. Unfortunately, my video cut off and it just went completely black on my screen. Hopefully it doesn't do that to you guys. If it does, I'm going to hopefully catch it before I post it. So, thank you for watching my video. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and let me know if you enjoyed this video. And I will have another one up tonight, so enjoy it. Thank you!